Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. On this clip, we're going to continue previewing every single NBA team, and we're going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets in this clip. If you want to let us know what you think of the Brooklyn's next Nets season coming up, let us know in the comments down below, and please like and subscribe. Clint, let's go ahead and preview the Brooklyn Nets season. Last season, they were 26 and 56. They re-signed Sharp, Cam Thomas, Williams. They added Highsmith, Terrence Mann, and Michael Porter Jr. And they drafted just a bunch of guys. All five new draft picks. They lost they lost Cam Johnson and D'Angelo Russell, and that's about it of note. So, Clint, for the Nets, what is the biggest strength you have for them going into this season?
Two guys that are going to shoot a lot. No, I think the Nets.
Your turn, my turn.
You know,
Your turn, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
it's a tough one when you look at the roster. I guess if you're trying to find something you want to look for in the Nets, are any of these draft guys going to be anything? And you hate to just regurgitate what you hear about. Like these guys all need the ball. Most of these guys can't shoot. Danny Wolf with the exception, but did you just waste last year? I know they kind of got punched in the face by not getting a high pick.
right. Yeah, that stinks.
But instead of moving some of these rounds, you just kept drafting, foreign guys who really can't shoot, maybe can be good with the ball. So I guess your excitingness is watching Cam Thomas, because the dude, when he's on, it's kind of incredible to see a guy that size put up 30 points. But it just has to be your youth. What are any of these guys going to turn into something?
Yeah, I mean the hope that that's what I have, hope. But I also have center. I mean, I like Nick Claxton, and even the backup center. I like Sharp. Like, I think both them guys are solid centers in the roles they're in. I would be interested to see if they move on from one of them in the middle of the season. And maybe any other trades, which we can talk about later. But I put that as kind of their biggest strength, in my opinion, because I really think that they're both solid centers in the role they're in. So, but really, you're right. The biggest thing is the hope that they have in all these young players that they brought in. That's their strength.
Got to be something.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, biggest weakness.
I mean, I think.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just think it's going to be shooting. I mean, you have Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr., and those guys can fill it up. But Claxton, if you're going to start Terrence Mann and Igor, not shooters, and, you really cramp the floor. And when you do that, again, it's hard to make guys shine if you're looking to increase their trade value or so on. And some of these guys, they just come with built-in trade value because we've kind of seen it for a few years. But I just think, trying to get these guys the ball and to get some shots up, some threes, it's going to be rough with the spacing, and creation hopefully is good because these guys are ball handlers. But I think, that's hard to do when you only have two guys that can shoot that are starting.
Yeah, and I agree. I just don't know if this is like a team, like a building environment. And so I put that as my weakness. I think when you look at the two main guys on your roster, and Thomas and Porter Jr., they're kind of black holes. And when you are trying to progress young players, it's good to have like an adult in the room that like understands the ball needs to move. Like, we got to get, floor, get these young guys moving. You're like, right. It sounds like a lot of these young guys are good at moving the ball in some cases, but the ball is going to be in Cam Thomas's hands a lot, and he'll shoot the ball 40 times. And Michael Porter Jr.'s ball hands a lot, and he's going to shoot a lot. So I just don't know if this is in my opinion, I just don't think this is the best environment to grow young talent with those two guys. And I think that's a weakness going into the season.
I would agree. And, Cam Thomas, not really an off-ball guy.
Right.
Right. And if you're if your best microwave scorer kind of needs the ball, I mean, Michael Porter Jr. can play off the ball, but you know, Cam Thomas is going to take that a lot. And if you're trying to get these young guys to develop skills, maybe a trick.
Yeah, three. He averages like 3 assists a game. I'm just saying, like that's I don't know what to say. Okay, um, let's see here. Biggest question for the Nets going into the season.
What are they going to do with Cam Thomas? They didn't come to a contract extension. He took his qualifying offer, so obviously they weren't close on a number. So do you bring him in, and I believe qualifying offer he has implicit no trade, so he can, because he'd lose his bird right. So what are we doing there? That makes a tricky situation for a guy that obviously wants to get paid, and he's probably not going to want to be traded unless he goes to a team that has plenty of cap space, and there's not many of those
Correct.
left that maybe need someone of that skill. So is Cam Thomas just we putting him out there, letting him do his thing, or as the year goes on, do you rein that in, which then would probably not make him happy because he's trying to get paid?
Right. Do you think there's a Cam Thomas team out there? Like, if you're like a team man, I'd like to see that team have Cam Thomas.
No, I'm not like Cam Thomas
Yeah.
is not one of those guys. For me, if I was building a winning team, like give me that guy that head down, shot up. Um, Maybe there's a middle of the pack. I mean, he seems like a perfect Chicago Bull.
No, well, I don't know if that helped things. Yeah, that's the problem. Is like I even think like Michael Porter Jr. Like do you really view him as a building block with all these young guys? I don't feel that way. Like Terrence Mann, I think he could be useful on a roster, like as the eighth guy coming off the bench, playing good, solid defense, and once in a while he'll put 40 up, like once a year in the playoffs against Rudy Gobert. But it's just like I kind of want them to sort of move off some of these guys to give these young guys more playing time and get the ball in their hands because that's going to be the best way for them to progress right now. I just don't know. Like the big question, if even if they wanted to move these guys, especially Thomas and Michael Porter Jr., is there any team even out there that wants these guys? That's like I don't know. I don't think so. Porter Jr. might be more interesting, but his contract, right? Like I think doesn't he have to get paid after this year or extended? Is there something
I,
with that?
he might be extension eligible, but I'm
That's
sure
right.
he has a player option. So,
Okay.
probably
Yeah.
picking that up.
Yeah, true, true. So anyway, that's kind of my big question is like even if you want to trade these two guys, is there anybody that would want them? That would, yeah.
For sure.
I don't know. Okay, success. What do you what do you think would make a successful season for the Nets?
Again, this is another team that your draft picks, you want to see improvement. You want to see the needle move, whether it's they're better than we thought on the ball, they develop a shot, you see some continuity. That's what you're looking for to move off from Cam Thomas because you're fine moving off because one of the three guards you drafted is better than we thought. Michael Porter Jr. probably riding out unless the deal comes. Same with Nick Claxton. Maybe you can move him, but then again, Day'Ron Sharp is a perfectly fine backup. Probably don't want to start him.
Right.
So I think it just comes down to, you drafted four guys. What do we see something in a couple of them? And, honestly, you're probably trying to lose games because they won a few too many last year, and maybe that cost them a couple spots.
Yeah. So they just a one, two, three, four. So they drafted five guys, right?
That is a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're right. Like a couple of them could pop. It's hard for rookies to do that on their first season. You usually wait till the second season, but it'd be nice if it happened early. But so like my success, unfortunately, they're going to lose a lot of games. So it's like, again, I think I mentioned it was it the Wizards? It's like you get screwed over by the lottery and you keep trying to play the lottery. Can they actually win this time? So you're going to lose a lot of games. I think what's going to determine the success of the season is unfortunately out of their hands, and that is to get a top three to three pick next year. That's it. And I know it's hard as a Detroit fan, but that's what, like we've been there, done that, but that's what I think is going to determine their success.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just, lottery or just accumulating assets. This is not going to be a quick turnaround.
No, not at all. Prediction for them.
Lottery.
Yeah. How close to the play-in do you think they'll get? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm lottery as well. Yeah. Okay. Anything else on the Nets?
No, it's we're at the beginning phase here. This is going to be a while.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like it could be like you get the number one pick next year, and then that could change anything. I don't know who right now is like the guy, but like if they would have been in this year's draft and got Cooper Flag, man, that would have been like different. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Okay. We'll end it there. Thanks so much, Clint. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and please leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on the Nets season coming up. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.